maybe being lost isn't something to fear. Maybe just where the real adventure begins. Hi, I'm Marina, and that is me and two my best friends happily traveling in Madeira. Yeah, and that is also me. But for the last 4 months, I've been feeling bad. My close ones could see that I lost my sparkle and had some troubles finding it back. Lately, I've been feeling lost. Lost in my thoughts, my wants, my purpose. It's strange how you can be surrounded by people, laughter, beauty, and yet still feel like something is missing. Like I'm standing at the crossroads, but there are too many roads, and I have no idea which one to take. They say your 20s are for finding things out, but no one tells you how messy, how uncertain, how lonely that process can sometimes feel. But in the middle of this uncertainty, Madeira happened. I read that it's normal to feel this way in your 20s, that it's time of searching, of trying, of falling, of figuring things out. And yet, even knowing that, it doesn't make the uncertainty any easier. One person once told me, maybe you don't know what you truly love yet, simply because you haven't experienced it. But what matters more, knowing what you love or knowing what you don't? So now I decided to say yes more, to be open, to see everything and everyone as a teacher, a guide, to embrace life chaos rather than resist it.
И потом я сразу наложу фотку, где я мокрый стою.
This trip wasn't just about me, it was about celebrating. My best friend's birthday brought us here. We had heard Madeira was beautiful, but we weren't ready for how beautiful it actually is. It's like something out of a dream. Cliffs that dive into the ocean, green mountains stretching endlessly, roads that seem to float above the clouds. By the way, if you ever visit Madeira, rent a car. Some of the best places aren't reachable any other way. And be prepared, the island will constantly surprise you. It has 7 different microclimates, meaning in a single day, you can go from freezing on a mountaintop to swimming in the ocean under the sun. And in all this chaotic life, I have one thing that remains the same. These, my two friends, Anna and Tim. And yeah, we're really having friendship of 2 girls and 1 guy. What is more, 3 of us are event managers, and the easiest thing to do for us is to organize best trips ever. Maybe one day we will even make a business out of it. But coming back to my thoughts, this year I thought that friendships are like anchors. When life feels uncertain, when everything feels overwhelming, they are the ones who bring you back to yourself. We made it a tradition to meet somewhere in the world every year on Anna's birthday. And no matter where we are, no matter what's happening in our lives, and that tradition, it's reminding me of what truly matters. Eca, pastel de nata! One more thing you need to know about me is that I'm a kind of person that spends so much time wanting to be good at things immediately. But what if the joy isn't in being perfect, but in the process of learning, of growing, of falling and trying again? What if the act of trying is what makes us who we are? And this pushed me to what I always wanted to try: surfing. It's been a dream of mine for years. And let me tell you, surfing is way harder than it looks. But that's the thing about first time. They remind you what it means to be a beginner, to struggle, to fall, to get up. It's humbling and thrilling, and maybe, just maybe, it's the key to figuring out life too. If you ask what's Madeira taste like, it would be definitely a fresh mango, salty sea breeze, and the sweetness of wine that exists nowhere else in the world. We tried everything, from the freshest seafood to famous wine of Madeira. If you have a chance, visit the oldest winery, 20's. They do have really interesting excursions and wine tastings. So, we all know that food has a way of connecting people. It's not just about eating, it's about sharing, about experiencing a place through its flavors. And in Madeira, every meal felt like a story, believe me. For Anna's birthday, we wanted to do something special, something unforgettable. So at 6 a.m., we woke up, layered ourselves in every piece of clothing we had, and drove to Pico do Arierro. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's the highest peak in Madeira, and we wanted to watch the sunrise. Oh, how beautiful it was. The kind of beauty that makes you feel small, but in the best way possible. That make you realize how vast the world is, how temporary everything is. Our worries, our tears, our uncertainties. All of it just passing clouds. And just a few hours later, we were swimming in the ocean. From freezing mountaintops to sun-kissed beaches, Madeira is definitely a place of extremes. In all of this search of figuring out what I want to do further in life, I decided that I want to give myself a bit more of freedom and not to do everything perfectly for the first time, but just try. So here we are. My first YouTube video, my first step into the unknown. I know that my first video will be not that good, my first editing will be rough, storytelling will be ordinary, and will have low views. But I can live with the thought that I will never try, cause art borns in action. Yeah, maybe you're watching this because you feel lost too. Maybe you're searching for something, direction, clarity, a sign. If so, let me tell you something I'm starting to believe. Maybe being lost isn't a bad thing. Maybe it means you're just on the edge of something new. And maybe, just maybe, that's a beautiful place to be.